We will now call the special common council meeting of November 7th, 2024 to order. Roll call, please.
Alderman Kirkowski.
Here.
Lorik.
Here.
Alderman Ritz is excused. Alderman Marshall. Alderwoman Marshall is excused. Alderman Gale.
Here.
Guzekowski.
Here. Everybody please rise for the pledge. Chief Kresick, start us off, please. Flag, United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Okay, new business. Consideration of a resolution authorizing the purchase of self-contained breathing apparatus, or SCUA, equipment from Air One Equipment, Inc., pursuant to the Federal Assistance to the Firefighters Grant. With us is Chief Kresick to elaborate on it.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. Mike Kresick, Fire Chief. Today requesting your consideration for approval of a resolution authorizing the selection of Air One Equipment Incorporated as the vendor for our self-contained breathing apparatus. Circling back, this is part of the AFG grant we were awarded this year for the replacement of the self-contained breathing apparatus for Oak Creek, Wauwatosa, Hales Corners, and Greendale. As part of the process, we went through a formal process to request quotes for the required equipment as identified in the grant. We received 2 quotes back. That number was anticipated. As far as authorized sellers of the MSA equipment, in about an 800-mile radius, there are really too many. There are 2 sellers. So both of those provided quotes according to the parameters established by our grant. Quotes were reviewed by the 4 municipalities, representatives from the 4 municipalities responsible either at the fire chief level or for the SCBA equipment. And the unanimous decision was to go with Air One Equipment. So today our request is to seek approval of that resolution authorizing us to accept that quote. Be happy to answer any questions related to any part of that process.
Thank you, Chief. Questions for Chief Kresick? Anything?
Like, just out of my own curiosity, these, what brand do we currently use?
MSA. Yep.
So, ubiquitous features on these things, or is there's training involved, or in terms of repair, you're sending them out for repairs, or folks taking care of themselves?
So departments will run different types of program based on their SCBA programming and resources immediately internal to their organization. We used to run an internal repair process, and what we found is the training required to keep our members up to date on the necessary instructions on repair, component replacement, items like that was too costly. So we look at the vendors to provide that service for us. We'll do basic repairs in-house, but when you get into the more technical applications associated with the breathing apparatus, we will send those out.
So in terms of usage, if a responder has to pick up a different pack than they're used to, feel comfortable doing that?
So that's a great question. The MSA, as long as I've been with the department and prior to that, we've used the MSA product. And each iteration of the MSA self-contained breathing apparatus comes with additional safety features or features that provide better diagnostics or features that allow for more on-scene, for instance, the thermal imaging or temperature sensors, items like that. So there is a baseline familiarity with the equipment. With any product, when you integrate into new SCBA, the rollout includes training and familiarization with it. The MSA is throughout Milwaukee County, and that is part of the reasoning we stay with that product is every department utilizes MSA. This will get the county very close to all being at the same safety level in terms of the packs, the G1. That familiarity then carries over to different municipalities when we're working together. So covered a little bit of ground with that, but a common piece of equipment, common piece of working equipment in Milwaukee County. We take the repairs very seriously, and over the last couple of years have farmed those repairs out just because of the technical nature of the equipment.
Any other questions for Chief? Okay, if there's no further discussion, motion please.
You'll move to approve resolution 12530110724, authorizing the purchase of self-contained breathing apparatus equipment from Air One Equipment, Inc., pursuant to the Federal Assistance to Firefighters Grant, AFG.
Guzekowski will second.
Roll call.
Alderman Lorik.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
Kirkowski.
Aye.
And item 4 is engineering, and its consideration of a resolution establishing stormwater management service charges for the city of Oak Creek. Matthew.
You, Mayor, Matt Sullivan, Assistant City Engineer, or Assistant City Administrator and City Engineer. Before you is that resolution for increasing the stormwater management fees to $70. That's an increase of $31. During our budget review, Common Council did have 3 options presented to them. One of them was to increase it in the 2025 year, and then the other ones were to delay it, so to speak, whether we broke it in part or did it in full in '26. They chose to move forward with the option 1, which was increase it for next year, total of $31. This is to go into assisting us with our increased maintenance and capital programs that we've presented to the council during our budget reviews and requests to basically address our stormwater management ponds that we have assets on and rural ditches. This fee is still substantially lower than most areas with, or, communities within the area. Approximately 12 of them that we did look at are still well above the $70. Other than that, this is pretty standard. We haven't increased it for several years. Time, I guess, to be able to do our asset management. So I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Questions for Matt? Comments? Okay, seeing none, motion on 4.
I'll move to approve resolution 12527-11027024, establishing stormwater management services charges for the city of Oak Creek.
Guzekowski will second.
Roll call.
Alderman Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
Kirkowski.
Aye.
Lorik.
Aye.
Item 5 is also engineering, and its consideration of a resolution accepting the dedication of the public improvements and releasing the developer from the development agreement for the Broad Acre project. Matt?
Thank you, Mayor. This is that release of our development agreement with Broadacre. As you recall, this development is adjacent to the police department down off of Ryan Road. It's 4 structures, apartments. The infrastructure that was required was water main and the extension of Eagle Summit Road. Everything has been done to our satisfaction, including our water and sewer utility, and therefore we generally will release them under this requirements and move forward with accepting the infrastructure. Be happy to answer any questions.
Questions, comments? Seeing none, motion on 5.
I'll move to approve resolution 12529-110724, accepting dedication of the public improvements and releasing the developer from the development agreement for the Broadacre project.
Guzekowski will second.
Roll call.
Alderman Guzekowski.
Aye.
Kirkowski.
Aye.
Lorik.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye. Aye.
And item 6 is our vendor summary report, and we're looking for approval through October 30th, 2024, in the amount of $970,968.10. So the report is in front of you. If you have any questions, please take the floor. Quick question. Item 6. Who are the uniforms for? Protective Services?
A great question. I'll have
And if you don't have it, I mean, you can get it in the future.
Yeah, I guess where I'm struggling here is I'm not seeing this amount.
Not
Page.
opposed to it, just curious.
Yeah, I'm seeing some uniforms mostly. Okay, I see them now. They're for the fire department.
Fire. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Any other questions? No questions or concerns? Motion on 6, please.
Gail move to approve the October 30, 2024 vendor summary report in the amount of $970,968.10.
Guzekowski will second.
Roll call?
Alderman Kirkowski.
Aye.
Lorik.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
And item 7 is consideration of a motion to convene into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin State Statute, Section 19.85, to discuss the following. A, 19.85, sub 1, sub E, consider a purchase and sale agreement with Oak Creek H Development LLC regarding property located at 10304 South Oakview Parkway and 10523 South Howell Avenue. President Gale?
Thank you, Mayor. Gail moves to convene in the closed session pursuant to Wisconsin State Statute, Section 19.85, to discuss the following. A, Section 19.85, sub 1, sub E, to consider a purchase and sale agreement with Oak Creek H Development LLC regarding the property located at 10304 South Oakview Parkway and 10523 South Howell Avenue.
Guzekowski will second.
Roll call?
Alderman Lorik.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
Kirkowski.
Aye.
We shall now convene into closed session and resume at its conclusion. All right. We will now consider a motion to reconvene into open session.
Gail moves to reconvene in the open session.
York seconds.
Roll call?
Alderman Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
Kirkowski.
Aye.
Lorik.
Aye.
And item 9 is consideration to take action if required.
Thank you, Mayor. Gail moves to approve the purchase and sale agreement with Oak Creek H Development LLC regarding the property located at 10304 South Oakview Parkway and 10523 South Howell Avenue.
Guzekowski will second.
Roll call?
Alderman Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
Kirkowski.
Aye.
Lorik.
Aye.
And item 10, with Veterans Day fast approaching on Monday the 11th, I'd like to turn the floor over to Alderman Kirkowski.
Thank you, Mayor. This is brief. Both holidays, Veterans Day and Memorial Day, were established to recognize and honor the men and women who have worn the uniform of the United States Armed Forces. Memorial Day, which is observed on the last Monday in May, was originally set aside as a day for remembering and honoring military personnel who died in the service of their country, particularly those who died in battle or as a result of wounds sustained in battle. However, Veterans Day is intended to thank and honor all those who served honorably in the military, living and dead, whether in wartime or peace. In fact, Veterans Day is largely intended to thank living veterans for their service, to acknowledge their contributions to our national security are appreciated, and to underscore the fact that all those who served, not only those who died, have sacrificed and done their duty. Interestingly, that's the right word, on October 7, 2016, President Obama signed the Veterans Day Moment of Silence Act. The law requires that the President issue a proclamation calling on the people of the United States to observe a 2-minute national moment of silence on Veterans Day at 3:11 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time, 2:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1:11 p.m. Central Standard Time, 12:11 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 11:11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and 10:11 a.m. Alaska Standard Time, and lastly 9:11 a.m. Hawaii Aleutian Standard Time. So, on behalf of Alderman Lorik and myself, both veterans of the U.S. Coast Guard and the entire city of Oak Creek, thank you, veterans, for the service to our great country. A lot of restaurants will be offering you free meals on Monday, Take advantage of them and don't be bashful. It's their way of saying thank you.
Thank you, Steve, and thank you for your service, and Greg, thank you for your service. Just as a note, the VFW, the local Oak Creek VFW, last Saturday, did hold their annual veterans event at our own Oak Creek Station 3 Fire Department, and they honored Chris Lito as the Veteran of the Year here in Oak Creek. So Chris has over 20 years of service to the country and countless hours in community service going forward. If you are so inclined, on Monday, Veterans Day, the local high school, Oak Creek High School, will have a Veterans Day event starting at 7:45 in the morning, followed by a second presentation. I believe it's at 8:45. So you would have to check into the school and go through the proper things, but I'm sure you'd be welcome to attend. Just want to wish all the veterans out there, not only those that reside in Oak Creek, but everywhere, a happy and peaceful Veterans Day, and thank them for their service on behalf of the citizens of Oak Creek. Further business, we can move for adjournment.
Kirkowski make a motion to adjourn.
Clark seconds.
Roll call.
Alderman Guzekowski.
Aye.
Kirkowski.
Aye.
Lorik.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the week.